Hello folks, Paul here for Hookah.org, and I have a bowl packing video. This one is for the glass bowl that came with my Lust Hookah Halo XL, as donated to us by SmokeKing.com. It took me a while to figure this bowl out, and now that I've been smoking with it for a couple months and feel that I have a pretty good grasp on it, I think that I can offer you guys some advice. It's a weird bowl. It is a male fitting bowl with a ground glass joint and a very thin neck here and a very small footprint that makes it very unstable when trying to pack it. It is a single wall bowl, so this is just one piece of glass right here. There's no gap in between the outside wall and the inside wall. There's just glass, and there's a very thick lip here that, well, presents some interesting challenges, but also some interesting advantages. And as you can see, this is a funnel style bowl. So firstly, when we want to pack this bowl, like I said, it sits poorly on its own base and tips over very easily, which is a recipe for disaster. So the way that I have remedied this is with a mason jar. Very simple. This is just a standard sized mouth mason jar, and really this will work with any drinking cup, any coffee cup, any jar, anything like that, where the mouth is at least a little bit smaller than the size of this rim. Even if it doesn't fit perfectly, it now can no longer tip that easily. And this is actually a technique I've been using with some of my bowls as of late, some of my taller bowls, and it really helps prevent disasters. But this bowl makes it necessary. So the next thing that I've found is that this bowl really loves to be packed very, very full. I am packing up some Fumari here, and this is kind of the case with every tobacco I've packed in here so far. Previous to working with this bowl, I pretty much packed everything about I don't know, millimeter to 4 millimeters. It depended on the tobacco, below the rim of the bowl, below the foil, and that really didn't work with this one. I tried that out for a while and could not figure out why I wasn't getting good smoke, but once I started packing this bowl higher, and I'm talking very, very full, you don't need to pack it dense, just pack it up to the spire. Well, once I started doing that, things got a lot better. As you can see, that just about all the way around is right to the top of that spire. Just ever so slightly below it, but that also means that the tobacco is packed pretty much to capacity in this bowl. It is right up to the edge of this rim here. Now that we have our bowl packed, we need to think about foil, and sadly, I have found that foil just really doesn't work well enough with this bowl. I don't know if you're going to be able to see this. The spire right here is almost the exact same height as this rim, and it makes for a big problem, as the foil can very easily get pulled down over that spire and restrict airflow. So, funny enough, I was messing with a few different products and trying to get this one to smoke properly, and the one that I landed on is a screen called the Hookah Top. This is a stainless steel screen with a 3-inch inner diameter that fits over most bowls that I've placed it on top of, except for this one. The rim on this thing is so wide that the Hookah Top won't fit over it. It won't sit on there stable. So I've actually been flipping it over and placing the screen on top that way. Yes, I, Paul, for Hookah.org, have been using a screen upside down on top of this bowl. I never thought I was going to be using screens again, but this works beautifully. It is the only way that I have found that I can consistently get good sessions and good smoke out of this bowl, because obviously the screen can't get pulled down onto the spire. It is a surprisingly thin piece of stainless steel, so it's not blocking too much heat. The holes are very small, but you know what? This screen's going to get its own review, but it's kind of mandatory for any session that I have on this bowl and on my Lust Hookah Halo XL at this point. That is my suggestion for how to get good smoke out of this bowl. We're going to pull back to a wide angle shot. I'm going to show you how this one smokes, and we'll see you in a minute. And as you can see, this bowl is smoking super well. Like I said, this is the exact bowl that you saw in the first part of this video. I packed it right before this. And yeah, this is the best way that I have found to get this bowl smoking pretty much perfectly. Alright, that's it. If you go down below, like and subscribe, give us that thumbs up. It really does let us know that you like these videos and you want to see more. We'd love to keep making these things for you, and let us know what else you'd like to see. Please leave comments down below if you've tried this technique, or if you have any questions. I would be more than happy to answer any of them. And of course, check out the forums. We've got new content going up all the time. We've got great discussions going on, contests as often as we can run them with our sponsoring vendors and other people who just really like to support us, and we like to support them. So yeah, that's it. Thanks very much for joining us, and happy smoking.